Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun.
Meh, meh, meh.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Woo! Cheers, cheers,
Cheers,
cheers,
cheers.
cheers. Tink, tink, tink.
They're after me Lucky Charms.
I texted you on Sunday and I said, you want some Guinness for recording this weekend?
No. I'm Irish, but I'm not that Irish.
More for me, more for me.
I can't do the Guinness. That's too thick.
I absolutely love the Guinness Blonde, but you can't find it anywhere.
No.
So I just bought an
Don't
8-pack,
you-
I think, of the cans, nitro cans.
Don't you do Guinness with something else for black and tan?
Yeah, you can, but I don't.
No.
I don't do
Okay.
that. I don't like to mix.
Okay.
But I do like the blondes, but you can't find them very often.
No.
They were real popular years ago. Like I would go to a bar and say, do you have
Yeah.
Guinness Blonde? Like, yeah, we do. It was
Yeah.
on tap or whatever. But nah, I can't find it anymore.
No.
Bestie's here.
Yay!
Hi, Bestie.
I was going to say, now all you can find at the bars on St. Patrick's Day is green Miller Lite set.
Oh, God.
Then everybody's pooping green.
Oh, my gosh. I was at a concert at Alpine years ago, and they have those Lime-A-Ritas, I think they're called.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You want to talk
Sick.
neon. Hungover in neon. Hurting my eyes and my butt.
And your nose.
And my nose. Oh, it was horrible. So horrible.
We're disgusting.
So good timing that you came to join us today because we're talking about food.
Yes.
And we love to talk about food.
We love food.
I just posted online and I said, we're talking about 3 ingredient recipes
Yes.
because working in retail, it's
You don't have
basically the
time.
last thing you think of.
Yeah.
It's especially if you're doing a clopen, you're closing it open. And it's like,
Right.
okay, what am I doing for lunch, dinner, breakfast, and lunch again?
And because you're at the grocery store all the time, you don't ever want to shop.
No, never.
Right?
Never.
Right?
So I thought 3 ingredient recipes would be such a great idea, but our friend Greg said barley, hops, and rice are his.
I love you,
So
Greg.
that is perfect for St. Patrick's Day. It's awesome.
That is hilarious.
And Bessie said spaghetti,
Yes.
tacos.
Yes.
Tab said tacos. No. She used to do eggs, crackers, and cheese, and now she
Which
does
is good.
McDonald's.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like me some hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah. Now
Egg
that I'm
salad.
eating them.
I know. Meredith decided to eat some
Yep.
heartbeats.
Yep. Only eggs and dairy, which I always had. but-
Eggs and cheese.
Let's see what other people said. Let's see. So Sammy said peanut butter and jelly. I just had that for
That's-
dinner.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
go with peanut butter and jelly.
That's an easy
Shannon
one.
says mastacholi. She doesn't know how to spell it, but I knew what she meant.
Mastacholi.
Tacos, basic tacos, and pizza for sure.
Yeah.
Jason said homemade mac and cheese.
That's more than 3 ingredients. And okay.
No,
so
how do you say?
hold
Because,
on.
all right,
hold
fine,
on.
all right.
Because homemade mac and cheese, okay, if you're making Kraft mac and cheese, yeah, you need butter and milk. But if you're making homemade mac and cheese,
Is it 3 or 4 different cheeses?
well, I put a lot of shit in my homemade
Pasta.
mac and cheese. Yeah.
Like what?
But you count cheese as one ingredient.
Okay, cheese is one ingredient, but I'll put sausage and mixed veggies and all sorts. I need milk, I need heavy cream, I need 4 different cheeses, and I need whatever else I'm adding to it. Like I said, sausage or vegetables or both.
Okay, that sounds
That-
more like a concoction.
Yeah, and
But-
it sounds like you have time. Do you still work in retail?
That is mac and cheese. Okay, I'll tell you what. Me and Johnny yesterday, dinner,
Yeah.
mac and cheese, baked beans, and hot dogs.
Yeah,
right?
love it.
And so I'm at the store after work, and I was like, hey, did you get hot dog buns? Do I need to grab them? And he was like, yeah, no, I didn't get any. So I'm like, what are we going to have with it? And I'm like, ooh, mac and cheese and beans. It's like a summer meal, right? So I'm looking at the mac and cheese, and I'm like, should I just make mac and cheese? And I'm like, I don't have fucking time for that.
Yeah.
I don't want to put that much effort into it. So I got Velveeta shells and cheese.
Yeah.
That's
2
a-
ingredients.
That's it all comes in one box.
Yeah.
I can handle that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had
yeah.
that for lunch today.
Did you? I love the shells and cheese.
So I just had peanut butter and jelly for dinner, and also Bestie said grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Amazing. That's
easy.
amazing.
It's literally the only time I'll eat tomato soup is if I
Same.
have grilled cheese.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
never eat
That's a
tomato
staple
soup
in
on
this
its
house.
own.
Julia
Yeah.
makes it often. We make homemade tomato soup, which is nice. We have the little
Get
grinder,
out.
you
Yeah.
roast the tomatoes
I've
first in
never
the
done
oven,
that.
and then it's delish.
I feel like if I did that, I would eat
Chef's
tomato
kiss.
soup more often.
You made that another time when I was here.
Did
The
you?
home, did I make it homemade?
Yeah.
So good. Roasted tomatoes
Can you make
is
some, please,
the
for
key.
me?
I will. So I looked up 6sistersstuff.com.
Wait, hold on. Before we move on, what about corned beef and cabbage?
Oh, yeah. So,
Cabbage, carrots, corned beef.
you know
water.
what? I'm so dumb. This is actually the reason why I thought of 3 ingredients, because Steve and I went shopping on Sunday and he wants a small piece of corned beef. And he goes, but I only want to throw in like some potatoes and I think carrots, he said, or
Cabbage.
Cabbage.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah. How easy is that to throw it in a crock pot? And that's 3 ingredients. And that's where I got the thought from.
Yeah.
So it's so good.
It's pretty easy.
So what do you put in your corned beef?
Okay, well, I'm going to try something new this year because I saw it on TikTok where the
TikTok made me
girl
do it.
like rinsed it and put it in a foil packet and
You
put
rinse your
some-
meat?
Well, she rinsed her corned beef. Otherwise, I don't rinse my meat. But she put it in a foil packet with like a couple different mustards and brown sugar on top, and she baked it. Where I usually boil mine, and it looked so good.
How long temperature and how
I
long
don't
do we know
remember.
about? You got to go back on her TikTok page and find out.
I'll-
I'm sure it's
I'll
like
put it-
350 for an hour.
I'll
or
tag
something.
Clopin in it, so you gotta check out our
Yeah,
TikTok
yeah.
because
How
I
do you
saved
do
it.
yours?
I don't do mine.
Oh, you don't
What? The most Irish of Irish over here doesn't do
I
corned
just-
beef and cabbage.
I just go and get it from somewhere else. My dad always made it.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
My mom always made it too, and then I had to learn
I
a
can't
little
make
bit.
it like Dad makes it.
Yeah, right.
You're like,
do you
if
know
it's
how
not
he
going to be
made it?
Dad's, you don't want it at all. You don't want to
Do
try.
you know what he did? Like
No.
crock pot,
No,
oven,
he always
nothing.
just did everything to taste. So just
Amazing.
He had a big roaster. Like
Yes.
Oh yeah, in the roaster oven.
Yeah. We have one of those too, but we usually crock pot it.
I hate that like you buy like this huge corned beef and then when it's done, it's like a third of the size. I hate that because I'm like, this will be enough, and then I have all this cabbage and carrots and potatoes, and all the meat's gone.
Yes, always happens to us as well.
I love the cabbage carrots.
I love.
me too. Me too.
I don't like the
So,
carrots or
enough is
potatoes. I love the
too much.
cabbage.
Yeah, I'll eat all the cabbage too. I like it all. I like
butter
it all.
and salt and pepper.
Just
on
not.
the
I just
cabbage.
don't eat the corned beef, but I like it all.
Yeah.
I'll eat it all. I love low and slow.
Yeah,
Crock pot, anything. Crock pot, anything.
crack pot.
Crock pot. Like, don't you do a really good mac and cheese or
Yeah,
potato
You made us
mac and cheese or
Yeah,
something?
cheesy potatoes and the mac and cheese.
yeah,
That was for cookie
You're like-
baking.
you're
It was
crock pot
so
queen.
good.
I'm addicted to the crock.
yeah.
Yeah,
But you
me
Because
guys
it's
too.
so
you guys aren't a
nice.
fan of my liners. My toxic
I-
plastic.
Yeah, I
liners.
don't want toxic.
You know what? I
Toxic
smoke
liners.
cigarettes, so I'm really not that worried about it.
When I had my third helping of your cheesy potatoes, I don't think I was worried about the plastic.
We forgot about it by then.
Even if the plastic was in it, I probably
Our
would still
hunger
eat
took
it.
over.
I eat McDonald's, so I don't worry about it.
Yeah, right?
Who
You
knows
know?
what you're eating, right?
That's so funny.
So 6sistersstuff.com has 3 ingredient recipes. You have to click on every picture to get the recipe, but I
Oh.
think it tells us enough.
I mean, if you say the name, it shouldn't be much more than
right,
that.
exactly. So this one, start with, it looks delicious. It's a main dish called Instant Pot Dr. Pepper pulled pork.
Okay. I've done that before.
Yeah. So what is it?
So you
I knew
just
you would
do
know.
like a pork butt with probably some onions and seasonings. But it's like I don't know who started it, but somebody started putting soda in the meat to cook it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is so good. And you don't taste the pop. You can do Sprite, you can do Coke, you can do Dr. Pepper, you can do cherry Coke,
Mm-hmm.
you can do anything, any kind of pop that you want. But I think it tenderizes the meat a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it's the sugar in it, or can you do
Probably.
diet?
You can
So,
do diet.
My brother-in-law used to do ribs
Yes.
with 7-Up,
yes.
and they would just fall off the bone.
yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
The Instapot has like changed a lot of people's lives too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. So this next one is like a refreshing one that they say can go with this pulled pork sandwich, but then again, we're stepping away from 3 ingredients, but it's avocado salad. So chop up avocados, tomatoes, and a dressing. But it also looks like they have lettuce. But then you're getting your
I was
protein,
gonna say, is it
right?
like egg salad?
No,
with
it's not.
avocado?
It's pieces. It's
So
cut,
it's
cut up. It's not
salad
smashed.
with avocados.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's tomatoes halved, avocados cubed. It looks like they have some lettuce, but then there's like some. It looks like green goddess dressing on there,
Okay.
with a little bit of basil or something. So we're a little more than 3 ingredient, but
yeah.
you get your protein and a little bit
Yeah.
of carbs probably from the dressing, and I think that would be excellent.
Sounds good.
So I was just talking about this upstairs. This is a scrambled egg breakfast muffin, like in the tins.
Yum.
I know a
yes.
lot of people that
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah, my sister does a lot of those.
Yeah.
So you do it on a Sunday and you got it breakfast all morning.
All week.
Or all week.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So it's like you can pretty much add whatever you want.
Whatever
So you
you
just
want.
scramble the egg, 1 egg per muffin pan, I'm
Yeah,
guessing, and then
yeah.
different veggies or
Yeah.
whatever you have
can
time
put
for.
spinach. You can put bacon, onion, sausage, cheese.
Yep.
She'll do
Eggs, ham, and
Peppers.
cheese.
She does those, and then she'll also add them on a biscuit or a bagel.
Yeah.
And freeze it,
Ooh.
like pre-make a bunch and freeze it. And you can
Heck
just put cheese on
yeah.
it and melt it. Like,
Because
Yeah.
you know a lot of people do like they'll scramble up the eggs and pour it in a cookie sheet. So it almost makes it like the McDonald's.
Oh,
flat
that's perfect. And then you
eggs,
just cut
know?
them. You just
Yeah.
cut them in squares. I was
Yeah.
going to say, if they don't have a muffin pan, they could use the flat one.
Yeah.
Or you can just make a quiche
Yes.
in like a round one or a small square one.
Yes.
Just scramble a bunch of eggs, throw in whatever you want, like
Yeah.
empty out your fridge if you need
Yeah.
to. Bake it 350 for it's usually like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Don't forget to add a little bit of butter in there so they don't dry out.
Yeah.
And then you got breakfast
And
for
you
like
wanna
9
grease
days.
your pan. Make sure you grease
Your pan or else
pan.
they all get stuck. Yeah. Even if the pan says you don't have to, do it
Do it.
anyways.
Do it.
The next one is an instant pot yogurt. But I say you don't have to use the instant pot.
You can use crock pot.
You can use crock pot, or you could just do yogurt granola and
Well,
fruit.
they're talking about making your own yogurt.
Yeah, right.
I know my mom has made her own yogurt. I have no idea how you do it.
Yeah,
Do
let
you
me
know?
click on this and
Nope,
see
no
what
thanks.
it says.
No.
So let's see.
It's got to
if
be
it-
milked with something.
Mm-hmm. So you know how they always have like so many stories. So this one is plain original whole milk yogurt, sweetened
Oh.
condensed milk, and whole milk.
Oh, so you're not even making your own yogurt. Well, I think you need the cultures
Yes, probably.
from the yogurt.
You just whisk it together.
Hey, Mom, let me know how you made your yogurt.
Yeah, right. We'll share. So this next one is Instapot bone-in ribs. So similar to the ribs we were
Okay,
talking about,
yeah.
right? It's probably
Because
just 2 or 3 ingredients.
I've done ribs in the Instapot before. You just kind of curl them up because it's round, right? Obviously, and your ribs are flat. And it was like 2.5 hours. And I think I put, it was either a Sprite or a Coke in there, but one of those mini cans. It wasn't a lot. And then I seasoned them up, whatever, threw some mustard on them, seasoning on them, and cooked them for like an hour and a half in the Instapot. And they were amazing.
So I have one from my mom still sitting in my closet. It's
I
still
know,
in
you
the
need to
box.
use
It's brand
it.
new.
Never
It's
used.
so
What?
awesome.
You have one as well that's never used?
No.
You're just
Yours
yelling
is,
at me
of
because I've
course.
never
Yeah.
used it. I have a closet of things
Yeah.
that are amazing that I never use. What is it? Pressure cooking or what
It's
exactly
pressure
is it
cooking.
for those that don't have it like me or don't use it?
So Johnny got me the super fancy one. So you
Okay.
can pressure cook, you can make rice, and so
Mm.
it's like a steamer, a pressure cooker, and you change out the lid. It's an air fryer too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like
So it's a lot bigger than the little
the
thing.
one you have.
What is that one called up there? The Ninja, right?
Yeah,
the
the
fryer.
Ninja Foodie. I think.
Yeah,
yours
yeah,
is
yeah.
called. Yeah.
Hmm.
But I had already bought myself an air fryer, and then Johnny, because I needed to replace my crock pot. My crock pot was done.
Yeah.
It like wasn't holding temp and stuff like that. And then he got me that one. So, but yeah.
Oh.
So I never use the air fryer attachment on it. I don't think I ever have. But I
Okay,
use
but you
it
use
as
it
the
a lot,
pressure
right? You
cooker
usually have
and
it on
slow
your-
cooker. Yeah.
Counter for parties and stuff.
Yeah.
So this next one is corn on the cob. So that's
I
super
love
easy.
I love
That's
corn.
so
Again,
easy.
they
And
say you
there's
can
so
put it
many
in the
different ways, too,
Instapot or
that
you
can
can
make
boil
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can make cooler corn on the cob.
Yeah.
Mm.
You
How do you
literally
do
just pour
that?
steaming water
Yeah.
into a cooler. Like,
And then you
know,
close it.
Yeah, and then you close it and leave it. I forget how long.
I think it's like 2 hours
Yeah, I
or
think
something like
so.
that. Yeah.
But it's super simple, and then you just butter it and season it.
Yeah,
way
amazing. So they
out.
say you can use it as a side or you can, we usually cut ours off because I don't like getting in between my teeth.
I know.
So we cut ours off.
I
and
just
then,
make sure I got toothpicks.
Yeah, later on, if you have some left over, we throw it in soup or we we'll
Yeah.
make like a little like cream
Dippy?
of corn thing.
Dippy
Yeah,
dip?
yeah.
Little dippy dip.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't know what you want. My stepbrother's grandparents, they used to do a corn roast every year.
oh, amazing.
So they would buy like 6 100-pound bags of corn on the cob. And then they had this huge like charcoal grill that they would cook it on. And they always had a coffee can that was like half filled
Yep.
with water and then put butter in it. And then you would just dip it.
Oh,
and
amazing.
cover
They do that
it.
at the fairs too, at the
So
fests.
good.
We go up to Lake Geneva to Venetian in August.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, it's amazing. They have like teriyaki on a stick or
Get
different meats on a
out.
stick. And then they have the best corn on the cob ever.
So
And it's all in how
speaking-
you do it.
Speaking of teriyaki,
Cook
have
it.
either of you been to Teriyaki Madness?
No.
Nope.
It's a restaurant that I keep seeing. Not a restaurant, but like probably more like
Where is it at?
to-go place up in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
And it's called Teriyaki Madness, and I keep seeing it everywhere, and I am dying to try it.
We're gonna have to go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay.
You talked me into
It's
it.
food.
This other one is barbecue baked salmon. So I feel like they're like they
I
they
don't know about
share
barbecue on
yeah, they
salmon.
Yeah, I
share
don't
like a
know.
protein and then they're sharing some sides on this article.
I don't know about
We
that.
are big salmon eater.
I love
Not
salmon.
we. Steve is big salmon eater, especially now like during Lent
Yeah.
Fridays for people that
Get
do that kind
out.
of stuff.
People do that.
Whatever. I bought him teriyaki chicken last Friday. But yeah, they say barbecue. I don't know. I've seen it in stores before, but I don't know how that would be.
I don't know either.
And I don't know what.
I like
why.
dill and lemon on my salmon.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just plain Jane like
Yeah.
that.
This other one, which I have had before and it's so good, is the honey roasted carrots.
Oh yes.
Yum.
So good.
You know what? I wasn't hungry when I came here.
I know, I'm
Now I'm
sorry.
getting hungry.
And I meant to warn everybody too that we were going to be talking about
Y'all
food,
feeling
but
hungry?
Easy Club chicken.
I love chicken. It's so versatile.
Oh my gosh! You
like
can
talk
do
about
so
easy
much.
recipes.
You can
Okay,
bake it. You can
yeah,
fry it. You
yeah,
can chop it up.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Do it.
Buy a rotisserie. Make
Yeah.
chicken salad.
Make chicken tacos.
Just
Make
chicken
chicken soup.
tacos. Chicken. Oh my god, chicken tortilla soup.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
My mom is so good at knowing flavors because she's a
Yeah.
chef. I mean, she's amazing.
Yeah.
She like makes so much stuff. And I bought a barbecue rotisserie chicken once,
Yeah.
and then we had a party on a Sunday. And I had this rotisserie chicken. I'm like, I'm gonna turn this into soup. So I shredded it.
Yeah.
And I made like chicken noodle soup. And she goes to eat it. She's like, oh, did you buy the barbecue chicken one? I mean, she was able to. And me, I was like, nah, I can't taste it. I don't know. But she was like, oh, it's
I
a
would
little
have never known.
smoky.
I would have been like,
It's a
this is
li-
amazing. What did
Yeah.
you do different?
Yeah. She knew right away. These are called Parmesan dinner rolls. So this is when you need a little bit of carbs. So
Who doesn't need carbs?
who doesn't need carbs? So what's that orange bag at the grocery store? The
Yes.
frozen rolls that you keep them out
Yes.
overnight? Rhodes. Yes, it's Rhodes.
Yes.
R-H-O-D-E-S.
R-H-O-D-E-S.
Yes.
Maybe.
So you take them out the night before. So for
Yes.
these, you roll them in Parmesan cheese.
Okay, this is why we didn't have rolls on Thanksgiving because I forgot.
Oh, yes.
I was
that's
like, this is going to be
right.
amazing. We're going to have these amazing yeasty rolls on Thanksgiving, and I fucking forgot about them.
Again.
Again,
Again.
every year it's something with the damn rolls on Thanksgiving.
Here is Bestie's basic bitch dinner.
What is it?
Tacos.
Tacos.
Meat, cheese,
She
and
said
shell.
it, not me.
Yeah.
She said it.
No, we do sides with it. I usually do rice. I do refried beans.
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
We
so
do throw
amazing.
more
But you
on it
can
than
like,
that.
Yeah.
you can make a taco out of anything, right?
This one is shredded chicken
Yeah,
tacos.
we throw
Yeah.
up.
So
We
shred-
throw up. We throw on
Sometimes it all depends on the day.
We eat a lot. We throw up.
diced
We eat
green
a lot more.
peppers, diced onions.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
throw a lot. It's more than 3 ingredients.
I
but-
like I like making eggs with salsa in the morning.
oh,
So I dump a big dollop of salsa in the pan and heat it up, and then I add scrambled eggs and I put that on a tortilla.
oh, so good.
Yeah. And then you can do sour cream salsa if you want to.
So it's like a breakfast burrito, breakfast
so
tortilla.
good.
Yeah.
But the salsa already has like some beans and corn and onions and cilantro and all that stuff. So it's really like if you want to keep it simple.
Yeah. I feel like this next protein is something that you can do a lot with, and it's meatballs. You can add so many
Yeah.
flavors to them. You could do turkey meatballs, beef
Yeah.
meetballs. I don't know.
You can
Turkey
serve them a
testicles.
few different ways.
We have the
too.
turkey testicle festival around here.
Sick.
What we do. But I'm sorry, what were you saying?
You got me thinking of TikTok now. So many different things. Anyways, you can serve them a few different ways. That's makes
Yeah.
them more universal or
Yeah.
You can.
You can do teriyaki sauce.
You can
Erica
do
was
barbecue.
just
You
telling
can do
me-
regular red sauce.
there's
You can
like
do white
a-
sauce.
What is that? Sweet Asian zing sauce
Ooh.
from Buffalo Wild Wings on some meatballs over rice.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
I'm so hungry now.
I know. Oh my gosh. I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before this, knowing we were going to talk about
This
food.
is terrible.
So this is a side dish for those meatballs or whatever else above that we were talking about is Parmesan ranch corn. So elote
Ooh,
sounds like you could also do elote,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Very similar,
that's what we
I
do
would
with our
think.
leftover corn on the.
Yeah. Make
So what's the
elotes.
green in there? Parsley or basil?
Parsley,
what do you put
basil,
in there?
cilantro.
Cilantro. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
probably.
Kind of preference, I think.
Yeah, right. Whatever,
whatever
kind of
you
flavor
want.
you're looking for.
If cilantro tastes like soap to you, then put parsley in it.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, that what is the reasoning for that?
It's like genetic.
Yeah, it's something like
Yeah,
that. I
I
remember
would
we talked
die.
about that.
I would die, but you know what? There was one time that I like tasted cilantro and I like thought about soap. So like I could like trick myself.
Yeah.
Like what is that? Like how does it taste like soap to him? And I almost tasted it, because I was just like,
oh, don't do that.
why do people taste soap? But I mean, I love it.
Hey, your nails look super good.
Oh, thanks. Julia just did them.
You had a spa day before podcast.
I did.
They look so good.
So excited.
You're talking with your fingers. That's what I'm noticing.
I never have nails.
So we're talking about soap. When I was first married, I would get I loved cereal, loved coffee.
I love cereal.
Yeah.
Love
so I
coffee.
would grab a bowl.
What'd
Yeah.
you
Of
do?
your 3 ingredients. That's
Oh.
cereal.
Cereal would be, that's
Yes.
absolutely. That
Yes.
includes the bowl. That's like the bowl of cereal and
Well,
milk.
Sugar.
I was just
sugar,
gonna say,
yeah.
fresh fruit.
You got regular Cheerios.
Yeah,
You're adding
that's
some
true.
sugar to that shit.
Very true.
Yeah.
So I would grab a bowl. I would make my cereal, or I would go and grab a cup and make my coffee, and I would go to take a bite of my cereal or take a drink of my coffee, and it would taste like soap
Really?
because Steve loves soap,
Oh God.
and so he wouldn't rinse stuff out. It's still a running joke.
that is
Like
so
if I go to
funny.
try something now, it's just a habit for me that even if I knew I washed it, I will grab something from the cabinet
and
rinse it.
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
every single time I
would
do
too.
it.
I'd be traumatized. from
Yes.
that.
Oh, it makes you gag.
Stop. Do you know I was at a friend's house and I was starving. Like we
Oh.
were out the night before, whatever. I wake up the next morning. I'm like, what is there to eat? And I found ramen, and it was shrimp flavored ramen. And I was like, I've only ever had chicken, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make this ramen. And I put it into this plastic bowl, and I took a bite, and it tasted like soap.
Oh.
And I was like, is this what
shrimp?
shrimp ramen tastes
No,
like?
there was soap in the bowl.
And I was like, no, that bowl wasn't.
Yes.
No, that wasn't.
Do you
right
know
soap.
our Ninja that we were just
Yeah.
talking about? If you wash it with soap, or you leave, you soak it and you rinse it real good, and you put it in there, you can still taste the soap
Really?
cooking out of it.
Stop.
There's a TikTok that Julia sent me that this person filled it with water, added Dawn dish soap, put it in there
And
on like the
cooked it.
grill and cooked
Yes.
it. And
Yes.
every single person was like, absolutely not. Your food's going to taste like soap.
Oh,
It's whatever
shoot.
it is,
Okay,
because it
so
conducts the
Could
heat.
you just cook water? Just
I do.
water in
I
it
boil water
Oh,
and then it makes
okay.
it
after you
loose.
wash it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but every single person was like, absolutely not. Do you know what your food's going to taste like afterwards?
Sick.
So whatever it does, it's a conductor of heat, right? Because that's what it does. That thing gets really hot inside the tray.
Yeah. People were talking about Dawn though, and how one of the ingredients in Dawn makes it super absorbable.
Oh, yeah. Which
So
makes
I
sense because
wonder-
it soaks up all the
Yeah.
grease.
Yeah.
So, yep, absolutely. Everyone's like, so
Crazy.
don't do that. Only boil the water in there. That's what I do.
That's crazy.
The next one is avocado chicken salad sandwich.
Oh my God.
Now
that
I'm
sounds
hungry.
So good.
So shredded chicken. Again, you could just buy a rotisserie.
Yup.
You don't even have to cook it.
Yup.
Grab it from the deli. Cut up an
Costco.
avocado.
Costco's got
Oh my
them
gosh.
$5 chickens.
Yeah, they do. Little mayo.
Mayo,
salt and pepper.
mustard, salt and pepper.
Yeah, a little mustard too.
That
Maybe a
sounds
little
like more
garlic
than 3
powder.
ingredients.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
It's
just
still
how
simple.
fancy you
It's
want
still
to be.
simple.
Yeah, it is. Another one is, again, Instant Pot, green beans. So it looks like they
Like
just
crispy
added
green
some.
beans?
Yeah, they don't
You
even
could do
look
them,
that crispy, but
Parmesan
you could.
crusted. You could.
Yeah.
Ooh. Have you ever
Mhm.
done, talking about few ingredients, is chickpeas in the air fryer?
Ooh.
You sprinkle them, take them out of the can, drain them real well, kind of dry them off, spray them with some Pam or toss them in some olive oil and a ranch dressing
Mhm.
packet, or if you got the ranch powder,
Yeah.
and then air fry them, and they are delish.
Amazing.
Yeah,
My favorite salad when I didn't eat eggs or anything
yeah,
was the chickpea white bean salad, which looked like egg salad.
yeah.
So you smash the white beans,
Oh.
you add the chickpeas, and then put all the ingredients that you would put in, as it's an egg salad.
Right.
A little bit of celery, a little bit of
Right.
onion, salt and pepper,
Yum.
paprika. It is so delish.
Where'd you get that from?
I found it somewhere.
Oh, you made it.
Yeah, I make it. Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought you
yeah.
meant you ordered it from
No,
somewhere.
I make it. It's so good. I make a big bowl of it.
Can we make
and
that right now?
We could. We can. We can. It's so good. It's
need
so
some of that.
good.
I need some of that.
So how about some pepperoni pizza rolls? And this
fucking love pizza rolls.
This actually looks like they're homemade. So they're not what you're envisioning
Totinos?
as pizza rolls. Yeah, the Totinos.
Totinos?
No, it's
These
like
are
a
actually rolled up.
crescent roll.
So I'm guessing it's the
Oh.
pizza crust
Okay.
with the sauce. Add what
Okay.
you want, roll it up and cut
Yeah.
it. cut it out.
One of my
Oh.
favorite things as a kid my mom used to make was pizza bagels, but it was really just like a hamburger bun with sauce and
Yes.
cheese. Sauce and cheese on top. Maybe if we were lucky,
Yes.
some pepperoni.
Okay, but did your parents
Amazing.
ever make the crescent rolls with the hot dog? They would wrap up the hot dog in the crescent roll.
No, we were too poor for crescent rolls.
Oh, get out. They were like 29 cents a pack.
We do that with cheese.
Okay, but I hated them growing up. I would unroll it and only eat the crescent, and I hated the hot dog in it.
We
Which is
did-
weird because I love hot dogs.
We did like ham and cheese.
Did
with
you?
Slices
Yeah.
of ham
Yeah,
and
yeah,
cheese
yeah.
and then roll those up.
Yeah.
Have you ever taken a hard spaghetti noodle, so not cooked yet, uncooked
No.
spaghetti noodle,
No.
and put them through
I've seen
cut up
that.
hot dogs
Nope.
and
you
then
make
boil
little,
them?
like octopuses out of them.
I guess. And you boil them. But the problem is you don't know what to have as a condiment, like, because you have the spaghetti. So do you do marinara sauce?
No, you just dump like SpaghettiOs on top of that because
Oh my God.
that's basically what you just made.
Pretty much.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
and
what it
Franks.
is.
I'm thinking, no, I don't want hot dogs in my marinara. I don't know. Probably just butter noodles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But then your hot dog's buttered.
Okay.
Like-
I can handle butter on my hot dog better than I can
My
handle
sister
like
used to butter her hot
yeah,
dog.
better
That was
than
her
tomato
condiment, was
sauce.
butter on it.
Oh, gosh. So now I just have a couple that are not food.
Oh, okay.
So this one is called Pierce Abernathy. It's a drink. So it's a half a cup of ice, a tablespoon of raspberry jam, 2 tablespoons of lime juice, 2 ounces of tequila, and lime for garnish.
Can we do it with vodka instead?
Probably.
Yeah.
In a cocktail shaker.
Yeah.
And that's it. It kind of looks like a martini, sort of.
I just saw a chick the other day take the last of her jelly in a jar and do something similar to
Oh, just
that.
kidding. Pierce Abernathy is the tasty team. This is actually called
Oh.
raspberry jam. I thought it was all fancy and
Oh, hey,
shit.
Pierce. Thanks for your jam recipe. You should probably just name that drink after you.
Right. Oh my God. This one is whiskey peach. Half a cup of ice, a tablespoon of peach jam, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 ounces of whiskey, and lemon twist. I could do that.
What
in a
did I just
cocktail
make the
shaker.
other night? I took peach crown, put a couple shots in a glass with some ice, and then
Only a
pour
couple.
unsweet tea over the top.
Yep.
And it's a peach tea, and it's fucking
so
delicious.
good. So good.
So good.
And then how about a vodka blackberry?
Okay, I can do that.
Half a cup of ice, a tablespoon of blackberry jam, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and a quarter cup of vodka. It's preference.
A quarter cup.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Or however much you want to put in there. And then one more.
Perfect.
This one's the rum orange. I would like to try this one along with the vodka one. 1 tablespoon of orange marmalade, 2 tablespoons of lime juice, 2 ounces of rum, and a lime wedge.
Yep, I could do that.
Cocktail shaker.
I feel like we get so stuck on our drinks, right? Like, you're the only one out of us
That
three
mixes it up.
that, like, you're like, I'm going to try this. This looks delicious. I'm like, I'll take my Tito's and Red Bull or my White Claw.
So what does your shirt say?
Old fashioned. Call me old fashioned.
Wait, ask me.
What's your
What's
shirt
yours called?
say?
It says squad goals, and it's got the Sanderson sisters from Hocus
Yes.
Pocus. Thank you, bestie.
I love
Always buying us
crafty
shit. Get out.
Yeah.
Always buying
Spoiling
us
us.
shit.
Oh gosh, but the call me old fashioned
Call me old
is
fashioned.
because
You're the one who fucking drank.
when
I'm like,
we went
did you
to
get
St.
yourself one?
Elmo's in Indiana, they were spicy. If you haven't listened to that episode, they were spicy.
Oh, they were so spicy.
I don't know what happened.
And then I tried my stepbrother's old fashioned
Yeah.
when I was up
And
north.
you didn't
with
like
them.
But was it spicy?
Yes.
So I'm going to give a shout out to Lake City Social. It's in Lake Geneva.
Okay.
I always call it Lake Life. I don't know why, but it's right off the lake up there. So go see them. They have an old fashioned. I get an old fashioned sweet. Delish.
But you get it with brandy?
I get it with bourbon.
Okay, so
Yeah.
see, the spicy is the brandy. That's what my stepbrother
No,
told us.
I don't do that. I do bourbon sweet.
Okay.
And they make
Yeah,
it
depends on if you ask it for
delish.
sweet or sour. Like
Yeah.
well, but
So-
you can do it with brandy or bourbon. That's a big difference too. Brandy is spicy. I'm doing air quotes.
Yeah.
yeah, but the
Spicy.
sour has like bitters, which that's spicy.
Yeah, and you
Ew.
can add more bitters
Sick.
too. So, but no,
Get
they make
out.
the best. They have the best drinks, and I have one every
I don't
time we go
believe it.
up there.
I don't believe it.
And we have our favorite bartender up there too. He's great. So I
Still
have
not
a
good.
travel story for you. We'll end with this.
Wait, are we talking about the airport story that we forgot to talk about last week?
We are.
Yeah.
I'm remembering. So we went to Florida to visit Steven, and the
Yes.
plane was ginormous, and there were lots of families. So nothing on the way there. Like I was really, and now that we talk all the time and it's every week, I try to soak in as many stories as I
Right.
can. Nothing happened on the way there. Uneventful, super boring. The vacation was super boring. In other words, I had no stories
Yeah.
until we were on our way home.
Yeah. I want
And-
to hear it.
So this is fantastic. So the plane is huge. There's like 5 seats in the middle and then 3 on each side.
I've never been on a plane.
It
that
was.
big.
It wasn't a double
Yeah.
decker, but it was
I just saw
Yeah.
pictures of a
huge.
flight like that. and I
Yeah.
was like,
I've only been on like 3 on each side. That's like the biggest I've been on.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, but this is Orlando, right?
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
flying into Orlando. There's a lot of families.
That
There's a
is
lot of
international.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. And there's a first class that like you sit front and back like as a family. There's like 4 seats that face each other.
Really?
It was a very fancy plane. So I sit down. I always take ends no matter what, no matter
Yeah,
where I'm
yeah.
at. I'm always at the end because I like to drink my water. So sometimes I have to use the bathroom, which is, you never want to do that, but I have to anyways.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting at the end and I'm in boarding group 2. And
In front of the rest of the family because you're a frequent flyer.
yeah. So I'm in boarding group 2. So I get to sit down and watch everybody walking in.
Oh God.
So families, my family. Hey, how you guys? See you in the back, No, I'm just kidding.
I'm flying first class, asshole. See you later.
No, actually not that time, but still benefits of boarding 2 is nice. So this lady, her husband and her son, which I'm going to guess the son was like teenager, not quite probably old enough to drink, but he was tall.
Yeah.
So they find their seats and you can tell she is the boss of the family. Like the husband went to go say something. She's like, just sit. Just sit. And he listened,
God.
right? He listened. I'm
And
like,
he listened.
and I was like, and she was right across from me. Like there was only an aisle to split us. I'm like, this is going to be great shit, And the son just kind of like weasels into like by the
Oh,
window.
God.
The husband sits in the middle and she's right across from me. But on these planes, you're just a little bit up, right? So like the ends are just, it's kind of like,
Oh.
it's not, she's not directly next to me. She's
They're
just a
kinda
little bit up.
offset
They're
a little
offset.
bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's a little bit ahead of me. So I'm like, perfect. I'm going to watch this lady.
and she won't even know.
So she is watching all these people, and in her mind, I could see her smirking, checking people's clothes out, looking people up and down,
Just
like
judging hard.
Judge Judy.
I can't believe we didn't get a snap of that.
I don't know why I didn't. I think I was
You were
so
too focused.
3 snaps the whole trip.
Yeah, and like
three snaps the whole
didn't
trip.
talk to her family the whole time. Like they just like the husband was on his like phone reading, and the son was looking out the window wishing he could jump or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
And so she's watching. I'm like, oh, this lady's gonna be great. So again, uneventful. We fly. We go to land, and people want to get off the plane.
Oh.
Right? It's only 2 hours, but there was a lot of people. It was a little bit stuffy.
I
and,
hate when people get up right away, though. We've talked about that
So
before.
they did. And these people behind me get up and they're right in the middle of both of us. And this lady looked up at them like, oh, this is not happening. She kind of looked at me and kind of smiled like, yeah, no, this isn't going to happen. She stood up. Okay, so I want you to picture this. So
I'm
the
nervous.
lady that was first got up and kind of was blocking us. So like the other passenger had her backpack and her suitcase in front of her.
Okay.
And she was holding a baby.
Oh,
so for
gosh.
me,
Let the
for
baby
me,
go.
let the baby up and
Yeah.
breathe, right? She's been
Yeah.
holding this baby the whole time. She probably has to pee.
Yeah.
She probably breastfed while she was
back
there. She just,
probably
her
hurts.
back hurts. She just needs to stand. It didn't bother me.
Right.
It bothered this lady.
Right.
So picture this, her suitcase, I'm looking directly at her suitcase next to me on the right, okay? This lady, the crabby one, gets up and steps backwards so that she's basically sitting on top of this person's suitcase.
Oh, my God.
And the other woman with the baby speaks a different language. I think it was Polish, Romanian, something like that.
Yeah.
To her husband. And so this lady, can I just say foreign lady? I'll just say,
Yeah.
I think, or I'll
Okay.
call her Polish. I think she was
Yeah.
speaking Polish.
Okay.
Said something to her husband. She goes and grabs her backpack from on top of her suitcase, whips it around, and smacks this lady in the shoulder.
Yes.
Like, you are not going to be sitting on my stuff. I was like, yes.
Oh, my God.
And that lady turned around and just looked at her and then looked back and took a couple more steps back
Oh my
where her
God.
crack was on this lady's suitcase.
Oh my God.
So then this lady has a carrier for the kid, like the baby,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So it straps. She goes and unties. I'm watching this whole thing
my
unfold.
gosh, she's ready to beat her ass.
She's gonna
like, take
frickin'
the baby, husband. I'm gonna beat
She's
this
saying
bitch
something
down.
to her husband. I heard bitch. I know that word. And
That is so funny.
she unties this thing. She like loosens it up, and she goes and she whips it like the tie, the
With
strap.
the baby?
No. Well, the baby.
Just the strap.
The baby was hanging on.
She's using the baby as a weapon now?
Whips the strap and hits the woman in the side of the face.
Shut
I'm not
up.
kidding you.
She had a mark.
Oh my God.
my
I was so
God.
ready. And the lady that was crabby didn't do anything.
No, she knew she'd get her ass
just
beat.
Yep, she just stepped back again.
She was like, this chick ain't fucking around.
Right.
She ain't gonna take my abuse.
So then everybody's piling out, and I was like not going to get in the middle of it. I wasn't going to stand up. And the lady, the crabby one, looks at me and she goes, would you like to go? She was going to make this lady wait even longer. I was
my
like,
God.
sure.
You said sure.
You know I did. And I go, yeah, but I have a suitcase. She goes, which one is it? Her elbow comes up. And she almost hit the lady in the head. Like she wanted to do that one. I swear to God, this is a true story.
I can't
Her
believe you said
left
yes.
arm comes up to open the thing to get my suitcase out. Her elbow almost hits the lady. The lady with the baby doesn't move at all. Like, bitch, you're going to elbow me.
She
That's
was like,
fine.
fucking hit me. I dare you.
She grabs my suitcase and swings it around
Oh my God.
towards this lady holding the baby and then hands it to me with a smile. And that was it.
Oh my God.
I grabbed my suitcase and I walked out hoping I didn't forget anything because that
Oh
was just,
my
I could not
God.
believe it.
You know what? After
I could
that
not
lady
believe it.
handed me my suitcase, I would have been like, go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah,
So the one
me
with the
too.
baby.
But
She was
Me
in
too.
front though. She was in the middle, so she was not going to let that lady go. Then she was letting her husband go and the
Oh
person
my
behind me.
God.
Oh my gosh. It was definitely like Flight Wars.
I was really waiting
I've
for you
never
to
seen
say
it like that.
And she just unstrapped that baby and just knocked this bitch out with her baby.
I thought
like
she
her
was
baby
gonna
had
hand the baby to the
nunchucks.
husband.
Her baby had nunchucks and
Oh,
the baby
man.
was swinging the nunchucks.
They were all ready. I couldn't believe it though. I was like, yes, I have to remember. I immediately texted
Oh my God,
you.
you did.
I was like, I
Flight
got to
drama.
talk about the
Flight drama. And I was like, yes, I love flight drama.
All right, so we'll end it with that. There we go.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Great.
So fly safe out there. Don't
Have
be beating
some-
each other
Have
up.
some corned beef and cabbage, everybody.
Yes, happy St. Patty's Day to everybody.
Happy
Just be
St.
safe.
Patrick's
Have
Day.
lots and lots of fun, but
Do
be
you
safe.
know any Irish songs, Bestie?
A little.
Aaron Go Brow.
Yep. All right, everybody. We will talk to you next week.
Bye.
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 Thanks, bestie.
See ya.
Later. This podcast is brought to you by Nametag Productions, LLC. Entire podcast, unless otherwise stated, written by the hosts. The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. If we have to be all in this together, we might as well make it fun.